Hey everyone, it's Ren from Strong Girls Knits, and I'm back for episode 2. So it's been a week. I actually was kind of planning on doing these every other week, but Miss Cheryl that I knit with here locally, she told me I need to try and do it every week because she likes every week episodes. So I'm gonna give it a go. No promises though. So as I said, I haven't really gotten much done since the last time you saw me. I've knit a lot, but I haven't actually finished necessarily anything. So I'll just go ahead and show what I've worked on. My mother's socks that I'm knitting with Premier Yarns, the Deborah Norville collection. It's the Harlequin colorway. I finished the fur socks. I just need to Kitchener the toe. I really like these, and I use my, what do you call it, sock ruler, and that was actually really fun because I was sitting there measuring, and I was like, oh, okay, just one more row, and I finished it, so I was really happy. And I went ahead and started the next sock, so I'm pretty excited on that. And this is in my pyramid bag that I made, so. Oh, I gotta put the tag back in. Okay, anyways. And then last week I mentioned I was working on a rug, cotton rug. Here it is. It's a little, well, you probably can't tell, but it's a little dirty. My mother started this actually. And it's funny because you can see where I started knitting. there's like a clear stitch definition or difference, but yeah, this is something my mom had started. She had I'm 24 now, so about 8 years ago she broke her elbow, and her knitting hasn't quite been the same since. Like, she can still knit, she knows how to knit and everything, she just can't do it for long periods of time and whatnot. But she's really gotten into weaving, and she does really pretty stuff when she actually has the time. But I was going through her stash collection, or her stash, and I found this unfinished project and still on the needles and everything, and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to finish this for my mom. So I grabbed all the yarn she had bought for it and everything, and I'm going to make my mom a rug. I love my mom. So there's that, and then James's sweater, the flax sweater by Tin Can Knits. I'm knitting this currently on a size 8. You do the ribbing on a size 6, or whatever needles fit gauge, but I did not gauge this. It does seem my stitches are slightly longer than what their gauge calls for, but not that big of a deal. James kind of fluctuates in size, so it's just a big mess right now. When the last time I showed you guys this, I had just finished the armholes, or the arms. I got into the armhole, so I've pretty much knit about a rough guess of 4 or so inches since you guys last saw this. It was funny because Friday night before because I had my competition yesterday, Saturday, you have all that nervous energy, and I just sat and knit, and I knit, and I knit, and I swear I knitted like 2 inches with it in a couple hours, if that, because I'm just like, oh my gosh, this competition's tomorrow. You know, just kind of flip it out. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. I can't wait to finish this. I really think my goal to finish it before Christmas will be met. So, oh, hey, and I found my iPod. I was looking for that. And that was it. This is in my Luna Buds knit bag that I bought from her. Let's see. So, I didn't mention this last time, but I have, oh no, I did, drop spindles. Yes, I spin. Kind of. Well, I do spin. But, so I do have some finished objects with that. I made these. So there was that class that I told you guys about last time. It was a local yarn store. They had did a spinning class, and I what do you call it? I signed up for it and I did it, but the second class to learn to ply, I had a car accident, so I just recently finally learned how to ply. So I've been doing all my singles. But this yarn, I'm not sure, it's cheap, I know that. I got it for the class. It was part of the class. You got a spindle and you got fiber, or roving. And so I finally spun all of it. The big long one I finished today. It was a ridiculous amount, as you can see. I pretty much split the remaining amount that I had after finishing these two guys. Cute little things. And these are already washed, and they poofed up a little bit, which was nice. And I love the look of hand spun. Just because you can see the twist so clearly, and it's so, just like with this, the unevenness, it's so pretty. But this one I have not washed. I literally just finished it like an hour ago, plying it. But I spun like 2 singles, split the remaining amount in half, and spun it on 2 of my spindles, and then plied it all together. And oh my gosh, that took forever. I almost just wanted to say screw it and just, you know, ply each of the singles, you know, by themselves, if that makes sense. But, you know, I wanted to do it. I was like, this is my goal, I want to do it, and I did it. So, nice big fluffy. I have to wash it, so I'm going to wash it after this. But I was really happy. I'm really proud of myself. Spinning, I've always wanted to learn how to spin, and it's very fun. I enjoy it. Just kind of, I don't know, I'm taking just this kind of raw material and making yarn that I can then knit myself something and wear, and just, I don't know, I just feel so accomplished, you know. Yeah, I've literally taken it from start to finish. So, happy moment for me. And then these are the other 2 that I applied. This is actually the same Superwash Merino. I bought an ounce of it for $1 from a craft, or one of the local fiber festivals that I attended. I was kind of confused. This woman just had like a table with all this random stuff on it. It was almost like a fiber yard sale. Like, she had all kinds of stuff, but she had like little baggies of sampler kind of things, so I bought one, and I finally applied it and everything. This is the same. I love this one. It's just so colorful, and this one's a pretty color too. You probably can't see it very well. It looks like a black, but it's got a lot of like green and almost blue undertones to it, so it's gorgeous. These are just so cute. But, so, this is all the fiber I made. Well, I didn't make the fiber. Some sheep did that for me, but I plied it. I spun it. It's mine. But, okay, so, let's see. Oh, I actually want to show you my spindles real quick. And, so, I have become obsessed with spinning. Love it. This is actually my original drop spindle. This is actually handmade locally. I don't believe they're in business anymore. Actually, I think it came from the Amish community, a local Amish community, to be honest. But I've had this actually since high school, about 10 years now. Well, you know, whatever. And this was the very first one. I've just had it forever. And yeah, you know, I've always wanted to learn how to spin, just never really got around to it, but this is my baby. It's very smooth. It spins. It's very well balanced. Spins perfectly. Then there's this big guy. He's kind of he's heavy duty. I like him. He's got a nice spin to him. He's got the double notches. I think it's unfinished. Yeah, it's unfinished. But I actually bought this at my favorite local yarn store. She's about an hour away from me. And I guess she had bought some. They didn't sell, and whenever I came to visit, she had them on clearance. And I think I got this for like $3, maybe even less. But this is probably one of my favorite because it is sturdy. This sucker can spin and spin and spin. And it doesn't, you know, I don't know, I really love this one. Oh. And then this guy, I don't play with him very much, but it is nice, very simple. It has the flat side, so I can put it on the table and it doesn't roll around, or put it down, it doesn't roll around. This was actually part of that class that I took at another local yarn store. I paid $45 for two 2-hour classes, and I got, I think, at least 2 ounces of that brownish gray roving. I got a spindle, and then I got the teaching time, although I missed the second class. My stupid car. But yeah, so these are my spindles. I've already actually started looking on Etsy at other spindles. I haven't really experimented with any others, but yeah, I like them. They're pretty. They're so pretty. I keep them in my, oh, I don't know who made this. She's very popular. I think it's like Anna Lights or something like that on Instagram. I'll put her, well, I'll put it right here who she is, and then I'll add the link in down below. So those are my spindles. And my next project, I know I want to start working on my rainbow that you can see right here. But I actually have some, this, my mom, and I've met her too. It's Two Crows Farm down in Murphy, North Carolina. I met her while I was down in Georgia visiting my grandfather. And my mom, the year before, had met her and bought some alpaca roving for me. This is what the front says, if you can, you probably can't read it very well. And it's got the pictures of her baby alpacas, and I've been invited to come visit her babies next year. So next year I'm gonna make time and make sure I can actually go to the farm and meet everybody. So, and I think she actually has it where she you know, she makes it open where she wants people to come visit them. You know, you see exactly where everything's coming from. But I'm gonna mess with this next because it looks really fun, and it feels so heavenly. And I think she has it as, yeah, she kind of has it as like pencil roving. And I love working from pencil roving. That Superwash Merino, the little package, it was actually just like this. I'm calling it pencil roving. I could be calling it the wrong thing, but where it was kind of like intestines. I don't know. Anyways, when it's like this, it's so much quicker to ply from, so I'm excited for it. And my lovely mother, she had gotten 2 of these, and I don't think she paid for these. I think this was like a sampler from the owner, who is adorable and super nice. But my mom lost one, so I only have 1 of these. And I've been saving this. I wanted to be comfortable on my spinning before I mess with this, because this is just so heavenly. It feels so heavenly. And I'm sure it's going to be so wonderful to work with. Hopefully. Watch. I'm going to say that and I'm going to hate it. But, alrighty. Now, I haven't bought anything new. And, you know, I have money. I can buy things, you know, whatever, but I really want to try and work from my stash. That is kind of my goal, since I already do have student loans to pay, now a car loan to pay for. I kind of want to keep my spending limited, you know, work with what I have, because when I bought it, I liked it, so why not go ahead and work with it, and, you know, and this will force me to go through my stash, get rid of things that I don't necessarily want to work with anymore. I'm sorry, my throat's a little dry today. But anyways, so I've actually been dreaming about these lately. I bought these guys about 5 years ago. Haven't done anything with them. But purple, red, and pink. This is Cascade 220 Superwash Sport Weight. So, and I bought this at the Southern Indiana Fiber Festival 5 years ago, about. And it was a store had their own booth there, and I guess they were getting rid of it. They weren't going to sell this any longer in the shop, so they had brought it to the festival, and it was clearance. So they have it on here as $6, but I think I only paid $3 for it. But yeah, so today, earlier, I looked up a pattern and I found kind of like a capelet poncho type thing that pretty much for my chest size, I can use all of this up. And I love doing that. I love to just use it all up. I don't necessarily like having scraps. Scraps are fun for certain things, but I don't know, it can get kind of annoying when you've got a significant amount of scraps from each thing, and then I don't know, I don't really know what to do with it. But so this is going to be a capelet. And then I bought this. It's called Naturalina. It's made in Italy. It's a super bulky, and it definitely has that rustic smell to it. I didn't notice that in the shop when I bought it, and I bought this actually down in Georgia. Only $10 for this big o thing, and I think it's 90 yards exactly. I saw this and I already had an image exactly of what I wanted to knit. Pretty much like a giant, I really just want a bunch of kind of like giant cowls, kind of like a poncho type thing to wear when it gets cooler and whatnot. But this is, when I saw this, I knew exactly what I wanted to knit. I haven't found a pattern for it, so I'm just going to design my own pattern and make myself one. And it's so pretty. I actually think I'm probably going to start messing with this week, because if I use like a size 19, I'll have it done within a day, if shorter. But yeah, it's really pretty, and it has a really pretty label. Oh, you probably can't see it, but it has a lot of fleur-de-lis on it, and I don't know, it's really nice. It's nice, guys. Yeah, it's nice. Alrighty, so that's really all I have with knitting and spinning and whatnot. What are you guys doing right now? Do you have, actually, I was thinking maybe we could do kind of like a knit along type thing, but more of a de-stash along. Just kind of grab a couple things from our stash and make a knit along for it. I'm not sure, I'm going to think about it some more, but if you have ideas for that or sounds interesting, let's throw it at me. I want to hear what you have to say. So, but yeah, that's really all I have right now. This last week it was hectic with my competition and everything. So, if you don't want to stick around for my lifting information, or you just want to stay for the knitting, it was great having you. Thank you so much for watching. It makes me feel so special to get to share what I'm doing with others. So, alright, now for the lifting. Like I said, I had my competition yesterday. Great news, I weighed in at 128 pounds. That was 0.8 pounds shy of what I needed to hit. So, for the weight class that I dropped down to, I had to be 128.8 pounds or lower. And I made it, so I was really happy. It was funny because with weigh-in, with the federation that we were competing in, you only have a 2-hour window before the competition starts to get weighed in. You know, there's no 24-hour weigh-ins or anything like that. So we woke up a good, let's see, we woke up at 5, got to the gym like at 6:45. James overestimated how long it would take us to get to the gym, and then we didn't start till 9. It was a long day yesterday. I was very tired by the end of it, but we got there, and it was funny because the woman that was weighing in all the women was the gym owner's wife, and she's such a sweetie. But I got in there and I was kind of nervous about my weight and everything, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna strip down completely to weigh in. I kept apologizing to her, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna strip naked, you know, get the bare minimum weight and see, you know, go from there. She's like, oh, it's fine. But I did make it, and I was very, very proud of myself. I was the only woman that competed in my weight class, and I was only one of 4 women that competed. I felt really bad because there was one girl, she's younger than me, I believe. I could be wrong. But she didn't get you get 3 attempts for each lift, and she didn't get any of her squats, so she was automatically disqualified from the competition, because you need to at least successfully complete one lift from one attempt for each lift to kind of place. And so that, I was sad to see that. I always hate when that happens, because you work so hard, and you get 3 shots, and if you can't make your 3 shots on any, if you can't even make one of them for any lift, you're automatically out. And that just broke my heart but I did really well. I am going to insert my final lifts at the end of this if you'd like to see it. But I did really well. I set new PRs because it's a new weight, and I did, and I'll put this right here. I finished with a 260 squat. Well, I was shooting for 121 pound bench. No, 121 pound bench, and I had it, and then I psyched myself out and racked it before I was given the command to rack it. So I was really disappointed with that. That hurt, but at the end of the day, I was still proud of myself. And then I got a 292 pound deadlift, so I was extremely happy about that. As I said, I was the only one in my weight class, so I won my weight class. And but the exciting thing is, there's in every competition they have the best lifter, and how this is calculated with the federation I did, they use like Schwartz, and I forgot what it is, but they use a special formula to determine, like, it puts in how much you weighed and how much you lifted and gives you a score, and then based on that score is how you rank best lifter wise. And they do this for men and women. I'm just going to refer to the Wilks formula, because that is the formula pretty much everyone else uses except for the federation that I competed in yesterday. But the Wilks formula, it takes in your weight, and it takes in how much you've lifted, and then you get a score. And it's pretty much, the smaller you are, let's say I only lifted, at the end of the day, I lifted, I'll just do it in kilograms. So I weighed in at 50, what was that weighed in at? Anyway, sorry, so it's just, let's say you're 100 pounds and you lifted 300 pounds. So compared to someone who is again 100 pounds and lifted 295 pounds, there's a whole score there. But anyways, just to break it all down, I won, and this is the one I'm so proud of. I won Best Lifter. Again, there weren't a lot of women in the competition for this one, but I was still so proud of myself, because granted, my PRs, on both of my PRs, I was 10 pounds lighter, 10 pounds less than my previous PRs, but I'm at least 13 pounds smaller than that. And when you put that in the Wilks score, I'm technically now stronger than I was. And that, I don't know, it just makes me so happy that, I've lost all this weight, and I have been struggling, because in my mind, I wanted to still be able to lift that same exact weight that I was, 13 pounds heavier, but that's just not quite how it works. But I turned around, and I was only, my previous squat record was 270, and I went out there and squatted 260. Same with my deadlift. My previous deadlift was 303 pounds, and I went out there and pulled 292. I mean, come on now, that's pretty freaking awesome. And super proud of myself. And yeah, I'm very proud of myself, and I'm so happy. But I don't know. Thanks for listening to me about that. And I just want to say that for everyone, let's say you lose some weight and you're not as strong, but maybe you're stronger, let's say, yeah, you were 200 pounds and you were throwing around 400 pound deadlift, and now you can only do 350, and you've lost, tons more weight. Just think about it. You're smaller now, and you can lift almost as much as you were lifting. That's pretty awesome. So, and like I said, I've actually had body issues for quite some time. All through high school, I always thought I was fat, and I ran track, I played soccer. I was only like 115 pounds, and I just never thought I was very pretty. I thought I was fat, didn't think I was very pretty. Now I'm a good 15 pounds heavier. I'm a lifter. I eat quite a bit, but I feel very good about myself. I'm very proud of my body. I can look at myself in the mirror. I know I'm not fat, and I managed this weight loss. It was part vanity, but part it has shown me a lot that I'm a very strong person, not just physically but mentally, and it did a lot for me, and this just kind of represents, it just represents that, and I'm so very proud of myself and so very pleased that I've reached a point that I can look at myself and say, you are pretty, you are not fat, and you are very strong. So, I don't know. Thanks for listening to me rant. Have you guys, what are some of your success stories? I want to hear what you guys have. Everyone's trying to always improve themselves somehow. So what have you guys been doing? What are some trials that you've gone through that you feel like have definitely made yourself a stronger person and everything? So again, thank you for listening. If you've come back, thank you so much. If you're a new viewer, thanks for checking me out. But anyways, thank you so much. I'll talk to you guys later.
You been there? Let's do it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can't see you.
Come on now, get up out of there.
Come on, girl. What? I'm hard.
Very good. Yeah. Hey.
Start. Press. Rack.
Come on, go.